Hi guys, welcome to the live stream. St. Patrick's Athletic taking on Galway United here at Richmond Park. Unfortunately, I couldn't make the game tonight. It would have been too late by the time I got there, so I decided to do a live stream instead. Next best thing, isn't it really? Interesting game tonight. Galway haven't started too badly in terms of performances. 4 points in 3 games. Pats had a great win last week. I think there's only one change each side, by the way. Bulger dropped to the bench for Galway. Pats have gone with that back three, Anang in goal, Hoare, Redmond, and Turner centre backs. Brown, McClellan, the left wing back, replaced Elbazetti, Palmer, Bagley, and Lennon in the middle with Levy and then Edmondson up front. As for Galway United, they've Evan Watts in goal, Wilson, Bruder, and Vaccarini look like they're playing centre back. Parker right, Barrett on the left. How are you, boy? You not at the Pats game tonight yourself? Keohan, David Hurley in midfield with Lamboto and Walsh up front. And early doors, there's been a clash between Palmer and I'm not sure who it is for Galway. I'm not sure what happened because I was reading out the teams. Someone's getting a yellow card though. I'm not sure if it's Palmer or the Galway player. We'll find out now in the replay. Brown comes inside. Palmer receives the ball. Hard to see. I think he's given Palmer the yellow, which I think is a little bit harsh, to be honest with you. The both of them, hard challenge by both, but they're both going for the ball. Palmer's in control of the ball. Yeah, a little surprised he's booked Palmer for that, to be fair. Strange one, all right. But the Galway player is up, and we go on, really. Subscribe, please, to the channel if you don't mind, guys. If you haven't subscribed already, that'd be fantastic. Working late, not home. Yeah, kind of what happened to me, man, as well, is such. And it's something else to do as well. I wouldn't have been able to get to Richmond in time, unfortunately, especially a Monday night's an awkward one, isn't it? At least we've got the games and telly and stuff, and I can do this, you know. Alfie Connolly, how are you, pal? Looking forward to the game, all right. I'm sure you're watching it yourself. I was just saying, if Galway, you haven't made a bad start. 4 points for 3 games. A bit unlucky, obviously, against Drogheda. A good result in Shells and a good win on Friday. Sligo on the Connacht Derby. Pats had a very good win, of course, on Friday themselves. And not many changes either side for Friday and Monday early on the season, which is interesting. I think it's 1 each, actually. Perot, I don't think he even thinks on. Is he on the bench? Just looking at the bench quickly here. No, he's not on the bench. Good question. Does he still have to get international clearance, I wonder? Kazim is on the bench. Torlik is on the bench for Galway. No, he doesn't. Okay. Obviously not fit enough. Absolutely, Alfie. There's Billy Fitzsimons, but it's not actually Billy Fitzsimons because he's training. Hello, Amber. His sister. Good ball into the box here. Oh, was a good ball in, you know. I thought maybe Keane or Mata would start for Pat. Certainly I thought Keane would. Edmondson has done well in some games. Doesn't look like a player that will score many goals, but his link-up play is good. I think Pats have not enough of a corner to run out play. Have the volume turned down, by the way, because I don't like volume turned up when I'm doing watch-alongs, to be honest. Apparently it's not even the country, but I don't know. I must do a bit of digging on that one. I'll find out. In fact, I'll try and find out now. Okay. That's my digging done. They mightn't get a reply because this particular person's probably at Richmond, watching from a Galway point of view. Good ball into the box by, I think it was McClelland, and Pats have started sharply, haven't they? Message in the comments. Oh, hang on, it's buffering and getting a reply. Yeah, fast start by Pats. Yeah, Galway would be tougher to break down than Dundalk, I think. Dundalk looked a bit tired on Friday as well, I must say. Header by Joe Redmond. Palmer flicks it on. Edmondson does well there. Flicks it on to Levy, who tries to come inside 2 men. He does. Plays a good ball through to Edmondson as well. Is it a free? The ref's giving a free on the edge of the area. I think it's a foul by Bruder, and he might pick up a yellow here. The ref has set an early precedent here for these yellow cards, I have to say. Right, apparently he was only due in Galway yesterday, Peru, and don't think he's actually arrived yet. So simply, he's just not, he hasn't been due yet. Yeah, Bruder, yellow card, maybe. Yeah, I don't know. I thought the first yellow was harsh for Palmer as well. So that means the referee has set an early standard of, which I don't like, really, of giving yellow cards. Salmon, thanks very much. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And who do you support, actually? Is it Galway as well? Bagley's free kick. Decent. Ooh, decent chance for, I think it was Joe Redmond got up, it was, but yeah. The Bitter Red, top man. It's been a tough start for the Bitter Red, hasn't it? I'm on my way, by the way. I'm going to the Connacht Derby in Sligo in May, I think it is. I've already set aside, you know what I mean, my plans for it, basically. So I will be going to that. Sorry, there was another message I missed. I think that I meant to reply. Signs so far. Yeah, it's difficult to judge them, Alfie, isn't it? A lot of new signs. They've done okay so far. We need to see them more. James Brown does what? Is that a penalty? Is he giving a penalty or free kick to Pats? No, it's a free kick right on the edge for Pats here. I thought for a minute he pointed to the spot, but Pats causing a lot of problems there. He does on the right with Levy and Brown in particular. It's a free, all right. But I just thought he'd give a penalty for a minute. It's a free kick, all right. Devitt. And see, the problem with there is I don't think he books Devitt, but if he set the precedent with the other bookings, that's probably a booking. So I think the referee has caused an issue already here, to be honest with you. Yeah, if you see me there, bump into me there, let me know. When against the Parma plays, that's the issue, isn't it? A good ball in. Oh, how did that not go in? Did someone get a flick onto it? Was it Joe Redmond and Hoare came in and Galway just seemed to do enough, didn't they? Difficult start for Galway. Pats have started well. Another good ball in this time, or once again by Barry Bagley. Palmer is a good player if he stays fit, but it's a big if, isn't it? Home and away, it'll be in the showgrounds, yeah. Yeah, it'll be at the showgrounds. That's I think it's May 16th, but it's difficult at times to get to some of these games because my young fella plays on Saturday morning as well, or afternoon, depending. That can be you might know till Friday. So that can be difficult. And usually I'm working till 6:30 on Fridays, usually. So it's difficult to try and get to the games around the country, if I'm honest with you. Top man, season ticket man. If you're new in here, guys, please subscribe. That would be fantastic if you haven't already. Speaking of free kicks, Galway United have one here. And in another dangerous situation as well, Dave Hurley. It's a throw-in, sorry. I thought it was a free. So it happens when you're looking like this. Might as well be a free because, excuse me, I think he's setting up Bruder for a long throw. Pardon me. It's into the box, all right. Flicked on by Faccarini and cleared. Hurley tries to keep it recycled for Galway. Bruder will get across into the box, and he does. Faccarini, I think he's fouled as well. The referee didn't give it. I thought it might have been a foul for Galway there, but they have the ball through Stephen Walsh. And Stephen Walsh wins a corner. Good start to this game. Yeah, LOI TV, you can watch the stream, yeah. Who do you think will win the league? I thought Derry at the start of my predictions, I thought they might do it, but I'm looking at them now and I think they've a lot to do, don't they? Brian Maher's a big miss as well. I don't know. You probably look at Rovers, wouldn't you? Williams, yeah, I think Williams look good so far. That's headed away by Pats, by Edmondson, actually. He's a big physical lad. Levy does well. Pat's trying to play sharply here. I think Williams nicked that back, actually. Or was Lamboto, sorry. And Lamboto, physical game so far. Good tempo to the game. 10 minutes in. And it's flew, to be honest. Do you think something Pat's have to do? I think Kenny is trying genuinely to mix things up at Pats in terms of the way they play. A bit predictable at times last season as well. They look like various options on that, like to play different ways, I think. Who do I want to win the league? Genuinely, I don't care, but I'd be the type that I'd probably like to see someone different to win the league. Like if someone wins it, say 5 and 6 years, like Rovers have, or if any team. Like when Dundalk were winning successful. Actually, when Rovers won it the first time, I was actually very happy that they won it as such because I better get my charger in because it was kind of someone new coming along again. So probably just obviously I want Pats to win it, to be honest, but as a Pats man, but I would like to see someone different win it if possible. Like, who do you want to win the match? Well, I'm a Pats man, so I'd have to say same Pats, wouldn't I? Daniel, who do you support? Free kick for Pats again. A lot of free kicks in the first 12 minutes. The referees issued 2 yellow cards already, one apiece. Given a very early yellow to Rommel Palmer, and then another one to Killian Bruder. Pats have a free kick. And Jamie Lennon stepping over this, which is curious, as Bagley floated in 2 good ones recently. Actually, not a bad ball in by Lennon. I think it's headed wide. Yes. Wasn't sure if it might have got a deflection or something. And is it Edmondson around the back? Kazim, I wouldn't be a big fan, Alfie, if I'm honest with you. What do you think of him? It was Edmondson with the header. What do you think of him? I wouldn't be a massive fan. He seems a bit unfussed or something. Not, you know what I mean, when he plays. Galway United fan. Good man. Once again, guys, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Hello, Paul. Who do you support? Obviously, Shells, man, the Shells. Yeah, I'm off to Tolka. Looks like a bit of a nosebleed here for Edmondson, I believe. Yeah, I'm off to Tolka on Friday. I'm thinking the day for a minute. Could be an interesting one. That Shell's unbeaten still. Mason left. Look, yeah, I suppose sad the word. I hate seeing good young players in the league generally leave, but it's going to happen, isn't it? Like, the longer you see them, the better. We got a good chunk of Mason, I would say. We saw him play quite a bit, didn't we? Got a lot of senior games. He's great for his first time. Question left to come back. Yeah, I don't know, Alfie. He's a Pats. He looked a bit. Is Evans depth the word? I don't know. Didn't seem very professional, I would say. No, he wasn't the only one. Could end up doing well at Galway again, but I think he had to move on from Pats, though. I think Owen Elding left us. Yeah, Owen Elding, I would have been more disappointed if I was like Rovers fan and Elding left, because it was kind of late in the day and it was kind of a little bit all of a sudden. And Sligo look like they're going to struggle at this minute in time to put the ball in the back of the net, to be honest. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate it. That's the thing about Sligo Rovers. They struggled early doors, if you remember, up to the summer window last season. They looked like they could have been in trouble. And the summer window helped. But they were conceding a lot of goals, but they were scoring goals as well. The issue is they're conceding goals at the moment, but they don't look like they're going to score too many, which is a big problem. Earn a lot of money at Pats too. Yeah, of course, as you know yourself. I think sometimes that's the issue, Alfie. Some players come in and are a bit like that, but Kenny genuinely is trying to get a team that works hard, has a better attitude. And you know yourself, as a fan of any football club, that'll always be appreciated if you see your team working hard on the pitch. Pats gave up very easily at times last year. Levy running down the line. Can he get a cross in? He's looking at James Brown, ignores him, does play a cross in, and McClelland was in there, funnily enough, in the middle. Here come Pats again. Playing with a good tempo, Pats. With Galway, we've defended all right so far, I think. Levy. Just over from Levy, but was never troubling Evan Watson, the Galway United goal. Been sharp in this game, Levy. It kind of bobbles up as he hits it as well, doesn't it? Yeah, bobbles up as he hits it as well. But yeah, Pats look sharp. Galway, though, look like they're expecting it, if you like. Pats are playing 3 at the back line with 2 wing backs and a box midfield with Palmer and Levy. Levy's coming out to the right a little bit. Palmer's kind of coming out to the left a little bit. I just thought the 4-3-3 as well with Pats. There was a couple of players I thought needed to leave the club, and they have. I thought the 4-3-3 were a bit too predictable last year, the 4-3-3. Goal kick for Pats, nothing happening at the moment. Yeah, some interesting games on Friday. I'm going to Talca Park. I'm going to be vlogging that one. I was at Dalymount there on Friday, and I have to say the atmosphere in the Jody was genuinely the best I've seen in a long, long time. It was brilliant. Least favourite club. You can't do that to me. I don't have one, genuinely. Not in Ireland, anyway. Liverpool. Don't like Liverpool. Jody stand. I think I do, just about, maybe. Maybe. The first goal is going to be critical. Here come Pats on the counter attack with Levy. A little bit isolated, though. Does well to find Jimmy Brown. The Jody stand. Were you in the Jody stand on Friday? Lambota's shocking player. Quicker Pearl gets up to see. Lambota's definitely scoring now, by the way. But I think John can do it. That's how I can see him. He could do, yeah. Sometimes players suit certain clubs and don't suit other clubs. That can happen too. That's often the thing. You know? Yeah, it was hopping the Jody stand, wasn't it? That's the best I've seen it personally. In years. To be fair. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was unbelievable. So much so that I found it difficult to grasp the game itself. I actually watched the game back to get a full grasp on the game because I couldn't really grasp it because the atmosphere was so good. That I actually couldn't really review the game until I watched it back, to be honest with you. Right, we have a frozen situation here, so I have to go back in. It's 2-2 at this point, probably. By the time I go back in here. Galway, you should. Sorry, what? You mean go game, is it? Yeah, well, I'm definitely going to the Connacht Derby in Sligo, though. But I'm definitely going to the Connacht Derby on May 16th. If I go to a Galway game, I want to go to Eamon DC, though. I don't want to go to Pearse Park. I'd rather go to Eamon DC. To be fair. So we'll see about that one. I'd like to get possibly to Waterford at some point as well. Still 0-0, 20 minutes in. And Nang has the balls to turn the TV back on. Pats come again. They look lively, Pats, so far. Galway've stood firm, though. But they look lively, Pats. Here comes Ronald Palmer. Try to find McClelland. Couldn't. And Galway clear. Galway just be thinking to themselves, obviously they'd like to get a goal, but that Pat's sharpness drops a little bit and they can contain them, which they have so far. Jimmy Brown on the ball for Pats coming in field, plays it to Ronald Palmer, tried to find Jimmy Brown, looked for the foul, the ref didn't buy it, and Nang has it again. Galway pinned a little bit at the moment. Aidan, how are you? You well, pal? Yeah, 20 minutes in, Pats most of possession, looking lively and sharp, but Galway standing firm at the moment, I have to say. Strange, Keith, just left. John came out and said, in fact, he left. Yeah, I was surprised he took him back because of that. Oh, good ball over the top, but couldn't quite get there. Levy's gone then hurt his leg here. No, I don't think it was a foul or anything. He's got back up anyway. Pats come forward with Barry Bagley. Yeah, I was told he left. He had attitude issues at Galway, so I was a bit surprised. He just didn't look like to have much hunger and desire when he was at Pats either, if I'm honest with you. A few players are like that. But in fairness, I have to say, Kenny's got rid of an awful lot of those players. That's a clear foul by McClelland on Parker. He played him there, Parker. And McClelland fell for it, really. They'd be happy enough Galway so far. So as I said, Pats look sharp and lively, but haven't really created anything. Billy is at training tonight with Home Farm. Guys, if you've just tuned in, haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Don't be afraid to leave a comment on the match or anything, League of Ireland. I think tonight's a test for Pats, to be honest, because as mentioned there before by some of you guys, Galway are difficult breakdown, have been this season. Pats have found those games difficult last season in particular, and often they've passed it a bit too slow and too laterally. So far, I think they haven't done that, but it's difficult to create chances nonetheless. But they have passed it quite swiftly. Ball into Levy, who picks up in the pocket, plays it out to Brown. Brown in the overlap, I think it's a corner for Pats. And it is a corner. Lee Devitt. Lee Devitt's done okay so far. Does Galway have to say in the opening games? It's always tough to know what the transition will be from First Division to Premier Division. Kenny was 100%. Yeah. I don't think Aidan, people who would have not seen much of Pats would really realise how poor Mulroney was. Trust me. Corner in, near post to Sean Hoare, scored on Friday, but not really a chance. It goes wide. Hard as ever to break down. 100%. And as I said, Pats are actually playing it about fairly quickly, like, to be fair. So they're just so good in their shape, Galway. You have to give Caulfield a lot of credit for that. Guys, if you just tune in, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. Anything League of Ireland, anything on the game. Whether you're watching the game or not watching the game. Ball over the top here. Parker does well to deal with it. Very Bagley falls in his arse in the middle of the park. Pats win it back through Sean Hoare. Pats on the left wing, Jay McClelland. Elbazetti injured, by the way. Cheers, Paul. No bother. Paul, who do you support, Paul? Yeah, especially the last, I would say, 6-7 minutes. Pats have owned the ball, really. Jimmy Brown on the overlap. Such a good player, Jimmy Brown. Great attitude as well. I just wonder what Pats. Edmondson, I said, in the games I've seen, I've seen them all, to be honest with you. He's good at holding up the ball, good at linking up the play, but he doesn't look like a goal scorer for me. So, you know, Pats have Aidan Keane on the bench, have Mata on the bench. Who's the better team, Graham? You'd have to say Pats have been the better team so far. You'd have to say, wouldn't you? Well, it depends what you mean, actually. Pats are the better team in terms of they're passing the ball around quickly, they're attacking. But Galway have kept their shape very well, and that would be the plan for Galway, wouldn't it? Pats only playing on the right. Yeah, I think they're much better than the right there. I think they lack a left wing back. Elbazetti did play there against Dundalk on Friday, and he gave them attacking impetus, but he's not playing tonight. I don't think McClelland's that player. Shells on Friday, absolutely. Oh, comes back out. Nearly fell to Palmer. All it takes is a break for Pats, really, though, doesn't it? Graham, who do you support, pal? I do miss this right back, though. Yeah, interesting move, though. Galway to Sligo Rovers, yeah? Galway have possession. They need a bit of breathing space, and they have it. I think it's Dave Hurley on the ball. Looks like Aaron Bulger's coming on, by the way, for Galway. I don't know if they picked up an injury or Caulfield's looking at something tactical here. The Super Saint. Not able to make it tonight. Personally, I couldn't make it either. I wouldn't have got out there in time, unfortunately, so I decided to do this. Yeah, it looks like Bulger's coming on. Aaron Bulger. He's getting a lot of instructions. Here's Lamboto. Redmond does well. Showed a bit of turn of pace. Redmond knocks it out. And the corner kick for Galway. And, you know, they're dangerous from corner kicks. Yeah, Monday's a tough one, Graham. Best fans, in terms of atmosphere, etc. Last year, overall, I thought it was Drogheda because they keep singing even if they're 10-0 down. They're that type of team. All right, Key, hope we do tonight, mate. Couldn't make it, unfortunately. Yeah, look, Rudders, I couldn't even make it. And I'm about 45 minutes from Inchicore. Couldn't even make it tonight. Monday's a tough one. Dave Hurley going to send in an in-swinger here. No bother, Graham. Yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. Galway are one of those teams, so you feel if you go, then one team you can't go behind. Well, actually, them and Drogheda would say, generally. Drogheda did go in front on Friday and succumb to a defeat to Shells. But in general, Drogheda and Galway are difficult. If you go one down, probably 9 times out of 10, you're not winning the match, are you? Nang gets a punch to it. Nang is so good at that, though, command in the area, I have to say. Asue, yeah, I don't think, to be honest with you, I don't think those clubs really wanted him. I mean, I'll be honest, I think those clubs, Alfie, got better right backs in. I think Jimmy Brown, Dara Power, who's the other one, and Barry Cotter are better. Pats fans bring a great atmosphere. Yeah, they do. I think Pats are very good away from home, actually. In terms of away from home, they're very good. Yeah, I have to say. Yeah, yeah, you look hard to beat again. That's a good thing, Rudders, because Waterford and Sligo don't look hard to beat. And I would say Pats are looking quite sharp in this game as well. It's not ponderous, slow play from Pats. They're looking quite sharp. They're just finding it very difficult against a very organised side. Like, they're moving the ball quite well, Pats. But it's so difficult. And from a Galway point of view, good signs. Like, I would say from Pat's point of view, there's good signs here as well in a different way. But Pats may have to bring on maybe Keane at some point, though, to give them something in attack in terms of goals. As I said, Edmondson's good at linking up the play, but it doesn't look like a goal scorer to me. I agree with you. Better right back. So yeah, I think so. No, I agree. Yeah, it is a shame from Galway's point of view. You got to think to yourself, he must be on more money at Sligo, surely. Can't think of any other reason, if we're honest about it. Like, Jamie Brown with the cross. Turner, was he fouled? The ref says he was. Probably won it more than anything else. Many goals as a fully fit Wheeling getting a full season. Hey, Matthew. Who do you support, by the way? And get some balls. He's on 4, isn't he? He's also on penalties. Is that a free kick? Levy does well here. Oh, he's just slalom through, but he's run into trouble. Oh, comes out. I'll get back to you in a minute. Bagley's shot is blocked. You'd like to think he could get 15. To be honest, a fully fit Whelan. 4 already. Penalties, could get 15. Bit of pressure here from Pats now, and it's Lennon on the ball is very advanced, as you'd expect. Palmer looking for the penalty. For me, that's not a penalty, and it's a corner kick. I think, is he giving a corner kick to Pats? Must be key. Could be style of playing. Yeah, you could argue that as well. Maybe a little bit. You're right, to try and play more attacking football. Yeah, that could be an argument. Pat's looking for a penalty. For me, it's never a penalty in a million years here. Corner kick, though. Jamie Lennon's going to swing this in on his right foot. Oh, it's a header. Oh, it's kind of cleared off the line. When I say kind of, it's hard to tell, but Lee Devitt was flicked on. It's hard to know if it was actually going in or not, but Devitt flicks it away, and it may have been going in. But the closest enough, I would say, we've come to a goal in 31 minutes. This is flew by the way. Barry Bagley for Pats to keep up the attack here. Sean Hoare, strangely enough, on the right flank. And that's a Sean Hoare cross, to be honest with you. In fact, it's not. It's gone out for a throw in the Galway United. Lindsay, how are you? Or Jack? When Drogs fan, I wasn't at the game Friday, I was sick. I was watching it on my phone. Second half was rubbish. Fair enough, Jack. No problem at all. Disappointing result from Droghed's point of view. Bulger is coming on for Galway. It looked like it was flipping 6 or 7 minutes ago, but he's coming on now. It was an injury. They wouldn't have waited that long, so it's a weird one. And he's coming on for Stephen Walsh. Even more defensive, you would say? Interesting. Maybe they see something in the middle of the park They obviously won up front in Lamboto and feel like they're just getting hammered in the middle of the park, and he's not happy with that Caulfield. Maybe that's the reason why Bulger's on. The fact that it's not a like for like either. I would say that could be the case. All right, interesting, because Pats are obviously dominating them in the park as well. If you've just tuned in, guys, and haven't subscribed to the channel, please click that button. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Yeah, Bulls are on the middle of the park to try and give them something extra there, I suppose. Here's Edmondson holding up the play for Pats all the way back to Lennon. And tries to swivel away, but kind of went into no man's land, to be honest with you. And Galway try and come away with Jimmy Keohan. Deva plays the ball forward, looking for Lamboto, who's a little bit isolated there. Hurley does well to win second ball, and it's throw-in for Galway United. Okay. Given away by Jamie Lennon, and Galway have a bit of rare possession. It was a very good win for Shelburne up in Drogheda on Friday, though, because obviously they drew the first games against Galway and Waterford, and you know, if they'd lost that game, it's a difficult start, isn't it? Especially without the centre backs. It was a very good result to go up to Galway and win without the centre backs. Pirot, yeah, we were just talking about that. He's not in the country yet. He's due in the next day or two, so I'd imagine Friday he'll be available. Long throw for Galway, Killian Bruder. It's a good throw. Feccarini gets a header onto, but Nanang is there and commanding as ever in the goal for Pats, and they look to break quickly, but Galway really, and there's over the top by Turner to Edmondson. Not quite have the pace to get there. And the ball breaks to Cian Levy. Tries to go out the outside. He does. He's done well, Levy here. He's in the box. Oh, what happens there, though? Levy done brilliantly, didn't he, to get to the byline? He plays it in. Should Edmondson knock that into the net? It's hard to tell, isn't it, from the camera angle we have here. But Levy does brilliantly. He gets it into a decent area, I'd say, but no Pats player. And there were one or two in there could actually finish the move. Brilliant play by Levy, to be fair. But yeah, we don't see a replay of that either, so I'm not really sure what happened exactly. Was it a poor miss? Could Edmondson not get there? Hard to know. Levy on the right again. Which side you're going to be Galway United side of Galway? I always go, if I'm going to say the home, it's always the home side, to be honest with you. You'd have to go to the showgrounds and go on the home side. If I was the name in DC, I'd have to go on the home side, you know. Throw in for Galway in their own half. Great for Monday night. It looks like a Kane or Kyle Kane. Kane, the WWE star. I think it's a good game. It's a good game in terms of Pats have moved it about very well and quickly. I had one or two chances. Galway defending very, very well so far. Haven't really attacked much, it's fair to say. Yeah, I think they wanted more, be more solid in the middle of the park. What was your favourite ever League of Ireland? League of Ireland player, I'm guessing, is it? I'm guessing player. Oh, jeez, that's a tough one. So many of them. So many of them for so many different clubs. Oh, League of Ireland match. Sorry. Excuse me. League of Ireland match. Could do some water. I'll get some at half time. Hang on. Galway are through here. Parker. Oh, how'd he miss? Best chance of the game. Is it saved? Hey, let's see this again. I'll get back to that question in a minute. So Galway win it back. Parker raids in. Does Anang get a save to that? Anang gets a save to that. That's a save. It's a corner kick for Galway. What a save, Anang. Great save from Anang. And Galway have a corner. I didn't realise Anang got a save to that. But a very good save. What was your favourite League of Ireland? Favourite League of Ireland match? That's tough. Because there's so many of them. And I forget half of them. I'll go for a recent one though, just because it's recent as well. Probably Shells 2, Pats 3 at Tolka Park. I thought that like Pats were 2 up and Shells got back to 2-2, and Pats nicked it at the end. Had all the ingredients, and then the 2 goals Shells got were crackers as well from Smith, and he's gone now. Who's the other fella? He was at Dundalk as well. He's gone out of my head. If anyone can let me know, I forget his name. Sugar. Anyway, it was a great goal. Yeah, it's recency bias, of course, but that one sticks out. Good ball in by Pats, but Galway deal with it as well, the centre halves, and Edmondson needs to challenge a bit better. Brown's ball back in. I think that's McClelland on the far side. It is. Far too good to go to goal. I don't know, Killian. He had a good spell at Drogheda, but he's kind of had some games as well where I thought he was very lazy. We'll see. We'll see. The jury's out, we'll say. I think it's fair to say. Pats find it difficult. They've had a lot of the ball, find it difficult to break Galway down, but Anang made a great save a second ago from Parker to keep it 0-0. McClelland cuts inside, chops inside, comes back onto his left, loses it, but poor enough. Break stuff for Palmer. Turner. Don't know what Turner was trying to do there, but it works out somehow. He gets it, whips in across, but Galway again, Williams, Bruder, Faccarini have been very solid. Lenny, how are you going? I think it's been a good game. Pats have had an awful lot of possession, as you probably imagine, and they've played with good pace. They had a shot cleared off the line. Levy done brilliantly, played the ball into the box. I don't know if Edmondson should have nicked it or not. We didn't see a replay. Tulloch is the one. We didn't see a replay. But Galway defended brilliantly so far. And then Parker got through and Anang made a great save. Pats have been sharp, but they're finding it very difficult to actually break Sligo down. Now, Galway will prey on trying to frustrate Pats and hope that Pats get very frustrated and lose patience, and maybe they can nick one as well, Yeah, Tulloch's goal, yeah, it was a cracker as well, wasn't it? No, it was a really good game because, as well as I'm a little bit biased in terms of when we done the, what do you call it, the charity for the young Shelburne chap at half-time, I presented the check to him on the pitch. So that kind of ties in with it a little bit as well, to be honest. Rovers in the Pats 4, Collins tried to 13. Yeah, I mean, from a Pats point of view, if you just go on a Pats point of view, that was a brilliant one. Yeah, absolutely. I'm trying to think of other games. There's so many games that I can't think of any, that sort of way in general. I'm trying to think of games not involving Pats as well. But Galway have a free kick anyway in 41 minutes. They're probably taking the sting out of Pats in the last 5 minutes, I'd say, the tribesman. And here's an in-swinger, I'd imagine. Might be an out-swinger, but Hurley's over it. And I think Aaron Bulger's over it as well. No, Jimmy Keohane's over it. Bulger does swing it in, but it's cleared by Lennon. All the way back to Hurley. McClelland. A little bit of pressure here from Galway. They've won the second ball from the free kick a few times there. Comes out to... Who's this? David with the shot. Speculative. Johnny Bowes, yeah, they do, don't they? I mean, as I said, like, it's not as if Pats have played the ball proddingly and plodding and slowly, and they actually have played with tempo, but they're finding it very, very difficult at the moment. It's good signs for Galway because Waterford look a bit soft at the moment. Here's Levy in behind. And so does Sligo. Levy's done well. Can he hit it? It's that final bit from Levy. And that said, though, he gets in front of it, Bruder. He just John Terry style gets in front of it, to be honest. And in fairness, though, he put his body in the line there. I have to say, Bruder. I'd normally be a bit critical of Levy in those positions, to be honest, but no, I think Bruder as well there. Bagley with a corner with his left foot. Three centre backs in particular have been excellent for Galway United so far. Not the best corner, and it just comes off Turner. It's out for a throw in. Or out for a throw in, what I'm talking about. It actually, I was going to say goal kick, but I think it's gone out for another corner here. Billy's at training. Training at home farm tonight. If Galway were to get the first goal in this match, if there is a goal, I can't see Pats winning it. I think Pats have no chance unless they score first. Lambosa holding the ball up, does well, but Lennon wings it back, and he did well initially, but kind of lost it very easily. Lennon's cross in, too close to Evan Watts. They, of course, Pats have Forrester on the bench, they've Keane on the bench, so they've someone that can stick the ball in the back of the net potentially, they've someone that can unlock. So they do have players that can come on, and maybe that's a foul on Jimmy Keohane. Thought it was. The ref hasn't given... Oh, he's given a throw-in, has he, for Galway? My favourite match was balls for Galway in Dublin. Was that the one I was at? The Moses Dyer 2 goals? Last season? Half time, I'm going to go and get a cup of tea, guys, because all this talking makes your throat dry. Bruder to Williams. I think Williams, I think Galway have gained a little bit of confidence here. They'll feel like they've weathered a storm, to be fair. And they probably have, in many ways. Like Jimmy Brown's looking up there going, where's the movement, you know? Keane Levy. 1-on-1 such. When I say 1-on-1 as such, Feccarini came across and did well. Someone mentioned it there earlier on, though. Most of Pat's attacks are down the right now. They look dangerous down the right with Brown and Levy. But you need to vary it a little bit as well, I think. The problem is Elbazetti was a threat there, left wing back against Dundalk, but he's out. He's out for 6 weeks, apparently, by the way. If you've just tuned in, guys, please hit that subscribe button and don't be afraid to comment. Joe Redmond's striding, even he's getting forward here. Weird cross, though. Lambosa holds off the Pats player, but comes back to Hoare. McClellan, Pats are on the left here, and I think that's Turner. With the volume, I always got the volume down, they need to watch along the cross the box being poured up. Uh, 46 minutes gone. Looks like it's going to be 0-0 at half time. Bowes playing Galway March 13th. It's going to be tough. Not many things to thank Galway. Yeah, absolutely. William has shooting boots on. That's if he gets any chances, Johnny. I think that's the point. It's difficult to create the chances, isn't it? Edmondson is struggling to get in the game for Pats. Levy's limping here for Pats, by the way. I think I'm slightly behind on the stream because I'm pretty sure it's half time. Yeah, he's limping coming off here, Levy. Well, there, cup of tea. Yeah, guys, I'll go for a cup of tea in a second. Yeah, I think just quickly there before I do. I will, yeah. Yeah, they find it difficult. I think Edmondson can hold up the ball well now. As I said before, he doesn't look like a goal scorer. They have got Keane, and I think Matt is on the bench as well. Forrester on the bench as well. So our players can come in and make an impact that way for Pats. Galway will be happy. They'll be thinking the more we frustrate Pats, can we nick one maybe as well? So far so good for them. The three centre backs have been excellent, but it's very difficult to break them down at times. But yeah, go for a cup of tea. Back in a second, guys. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, so I put two up on the section and get Keane and on maybe Edmonds and so. Actually, yeah, Galway are kind of frustrated. Right, we are back. Just watching Friday night's highlights. Duffy second goal. Quality. Premier Division show out, guys. Check that out as well. Kane trying to force Forrester out. I don't think he's trying to force Forrester out, to be honest with you. I think this might be Forrester's last year, by the way, in terms of he might call it a day in general. To be fair. Some of the messages here. Keith, if you had to take two Drogheda players, who would it be? Two Drogheda players? Oh, a Pats to fit into what Pats do as well is a thing. I'd actually have Mark Doyle. He was at the club already because Mark Doyle has a habit of scoring goals. Connor Kane is an option for left wing back, I think, to be honest. So take him as well. Yeah, just watching the highlights again as well, as they happen to be on. But what do you think's going to happen in the second half, guys? Hard to know, isn't it? Very hard to tell. Guys, if you just tune in, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. That'd be fantastic. Check out our latest shows as well. Matchday vlog at the weekend. Gone, obviously, Bows and Rovers. Really enjoyed that one. The atmosphere was brilliant in that one. And Premier Division show out as well. First Division show out. That'll be out tomorrow, I think. Not tomorrow's Tuesday, isn't it? It'll be a Wednesday. First Division show. And another Premier Division show. Probably both out on Wednesday, I think. To be honest, this week. Ian Turner, do you think Dundalk were naive and have very first poor security in Dogs game? Dogs shouldn't have done it, but you should have. By the way, first of all, mate, thank you very much for your donation. That's much appreciated. Who do you support? And yeah, the security overall in the League of Ireland isn't great, is it? It's mostly volunteers. And what happens is as well, I don't know, a lot of people probably don't realise it, but Gardaí are kind of powerless, as stupid as it sounds. They're not really allowed to go into these sections, because they could cause panic and there could be worse violence and stuff like that. And yeah, naive, maybe a little bit. Obviously, the other part of the question, but you should also do your best to mitigate it when you're a club with a plastic pitch. No. Yeah, I would have thought so. It's difficult though, isn't it? There must have been 15 flares thrown onto the pitch at one time as well. So it's very hard to catch all them. And, the odd one here and there, you can put it out very quickly. But it is difficult. At the same time, even if you had a lot of security there, and people decide to fling a load of flares, let's say, on the pitch so quickly, how do you actually stop that, though? That's the only thing I'll say. It's impossible to stop them getting into games, but I do like them personally. I think they bring a great atmosphere to it, and I can count vlogging now into my 7th season, and I can count any problems on one hand. I can. And I do think, I have to say, I do think the national media and government ministers, etc., even though it's wrong, it is wrong. We all know that. But I think they've really milked it, if you like. They've milked it for all they could have got out of it. To be honest with you, I've never seen as much advertisement, if you like, or talk from RTE regarding the League of Ireland the last week, which is typical of RTE as well. Security's not an easy job. No, it's not. When Derry lad go letting the pitch and people, stewards don't go after. LOI Security is also kind of based on the fact that we don't have trouble in grounds. Yeah, we don't. Let's be honest. It's considered a waste of money generally, isn't it? I'm a Drogs fan. Sorry, like flares are used in every game. Yeah, flares been thrown on the pitch isn't uncommon either. Yeah, it was a grass pitch on event. Yeah, but yeah, true. And usually, usually flares thrown onto the pitch is usually 1 or 2 type thing, isn't it? To be fair, 68 possession for Pats, no surprise there. But yeah. Of course, not included what happened to the young lad. That's different. Of course, yeah, I agree with that. No, it is different, very much so. It's something we don't want to see at all. 100%. But I was going to say something there, and I lost my trail of thought. Yeah, I've completely lost my trail of thought there. What's going to happen in the second half, guys? What's your thoughts? Pat's going to break Galway down, or Galway going to frustrate Pats and maybe nick a winner? It's finally poisoned that way. I'm not sure what's going to happen. Also, what happened to young lads? Something like that could have happened on your previous game, which have flares. Yeah, just look. Yeah, feels like yeah, I know what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I think because the government minister was actually at the club or at the game, and what's the word I was going to say to you? Unveiling it, that probably didn't help, to be honest, though. That didn't help whatsoever. But I do find it curious, and Brian Kerr mentioned this as well, and I actually agree with Brian Kerr. I don't agree with everything Brian Kerr says, by the way, but I agree with him here is that, the government minister had a picture up saying great atmosphere at Oriel with flares shown in the background. So he's completely contradicted himself there. When the shoe fits, that's what politicians are like. We know that, to be honest with you. Yeah, but it's the fact that it happened on the unveiling of the pitch, I think, and he was there, didn't help, to be honest. Right, let's get this baby back in action. Second half should be starting soon. Not sure if there's any subs. As I said, I usually have the volume down. I'll see if I can see anything. Obviously Bulger came on for Galway for Walsh in that first half. Pats, I thought might make a sub up front, make a change, I should say, up front. Just gonna have a look here. Edmondson's still on the field, I think. Actually, Jamie Lennon standing over the ball for the kickoff. Used to be the strikers do it. Not so much now, necessarily. No, I don't think Pats have made any changes. Thought they might. Second half begins. Pats unchanged. Yep, agreed. When you drop in the next. I'm not sure. I kind of look at I'll be honest, I look at the schedule kind of week on week. Do you know what I mean? Unless I'm going somewhere like, as in, like I'm going to see Sligo Rovers in Galway, unless it's a trip somewhere outside, the Dublin Loud region. I have to plan that for various reasons, work and other things. But yeah, I'm going to that in May 16th, I think, the Connacht Derby in Sligo. So generally, I kind of just go from week to week. On Friday, I'm going to Shells and Pats. I haven't even looked at the fixtures the following week. You know what I mean? Guys, we also have a Patreon service, which is €5 a month. If you're interested in joining that would be great as well. Just a way of supporting the channel. There can be some early access videos. You get to vote for Player of the Month. I pick the nominees, but the people get to vote for Player of the Month and other bits and pieces as well. But it's just a way to support the channel if you wanted it for €5 a month. Here comes Keane Levy. He's played all right, Levy, in this game as well, I have to say. Been critical of him for a while now, I have to say. But he's done well in this game as well. Drugs balls April 3rd should be a cracker. That could be an option. Absolutely. Just tuned in. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Pat's looking to start. The way they kind of started the first half with tempo. Good ball inside to Edmondson. No space. Oh, comes out to him here, though. Poor enough finish. I think it takes a deflection, though. In fairness. It can be hard sometimes with the angles, can't it, when you're watching on TV? Even when you're at a game, depending to he does well here. Bagley gets it back into him. Bruder does enough. And it's a corner for Pats. It goes down as a chance, though. I don't know. I feel maybe Keane could have been more decisive in that position, I think, though. Ball into the area. Edmondson gets up, but one back for Turner, high up the pitch. Palmer has it now for Pats, looking to start with the same tempo they did in the first half. Levy's on the left this time. Does get a cross in, but Williams is there again. Williams and Bruder in particular, very good for Galway in that back, as part of that back three. I've liked what I've seen so far in general from Williams in the games I've seen so far. I know what Bruder's like anyway, though. Lennon's lost the ball to Lamont. That makes a stupid foul then. By Lennon. Then after that, is he going to get a booking? I think the booking might be a bit harsh. No, he's not giving the booking, to be fair. I think it would have been a little harsh. I think it was a free, all right. And always slow it right down. Oh, they're experts at this, to be fair. You'd have to say, aren't they? What's going on here? They've left it to the goalkeeper, haven't they? The dark arts, eh? Evan Watts gets it forward. Palmer, yeah, probably was a foul, maybe just about. And Pat's looking to get the ball back quickly through Barry Bagley. He's had a good start overall this season for Pats, I have to say, in the middle of the park. I think him and Levin have done well as a combo, actually. Turner to Bagley. Bagley turns on it, has a look forward. Not sure what he was looking for there. I think he was looking for the ball towards Edmondson, but was cut out by Galway United. And Sean Hoare strides forward. When I say strides forward, it's a heavy touch and he gives it away. Lamboto strides forward. Ben, how are you? You well? He's not in the country yet. He's due in the next day or two, so he may be available on Friday. I would say bench on Friday, perhaps. Good play by Faccarini there. For Galway United. Have a little bit of ball here, Galway. Jimmy Keohane cuts inside, plays in the midfield arm. Bulger, who can drive with it if he likes. Pat's a bit open in the middle here at the moment. Parker does well, deflected off McClelland into Anang's hands. He had a lot of pitch to run into Aaron Bulger. Sean Hoare slowing it down, which Pats don't want to be doing, I would suggest. Plays it out to Joe Redmond to his right. Just think if Pats are going to win this game, I feel like substitute or two could be the deciding factor. As I said, if Keane on the bench and we know can finish if he gets a chance, Forrester can unlock a defence as well. So I'd be tempted if I was Pats to go two up front. Either Keane with Edmondson or take off Edmondson, Keane and Mato up top. Here comes Barry Bagley for Pats. Out wide to McClelland. Not a good cross with McClelland though. Bagley, can he get a good cross in? Decent, but again, Williams is there. You did. Sean Hoare starting. He started on Friday as well, John, believe it or not. Had a good game on Friday, believe it or not. Yeah, Sean Hoare, yeah. If I was giving man the match right now, I would give it to Williams of Galway United, who happens to be in the thumbnail as well. Palmer. McClelland on the left, beaten. I think the bit of a weakness, Pats. They could do with a left wing back note. He's playing Albazzetti there, as I said, as an attacking player. But looks like he's injured for about 5 or 6 weeks now, which is a killer. Pats win a free kick in their own half. 52 minutes gone. 0-0. Would I say boring 0-0 though? No. I find it intriguing, to be honest. Pats are trying to play with tempo. They're trying to find ways through. Galway are making it very difficult. That intrigues me personally. Jimmy Brown for Pats. Redmond. I'm not sure what Redmond was doing there, but Galway come away with it. And slide tackle by Palmer. Bit risky, though. Nothing wrong with the tackle, but he's on a yellow card. Breslin? Defensively decent, but I'm not sure about going forward. What happened there? Let's give it a free kick. He's giving it to Keane Levy. He's starting to wonder a bit, actually. If I was Pats, I'd go two up front. I really would. They have the players to be able to do that as well. Here's Lennon. Feeds it to McClelland. I don't think that was a good ball by Lennon. Good run by McClelland, but I don't think there was no conviction what McClelland was trying to do after that, to be honest with you. And Watts just comfortable save for the young Galway goalkeeper. Turner wins it in the air. Palmer turns well, but well won by Bulger in the middle of the park. Read it well. Plays it across to, is it Devitt coming forward? No, it's Barrett. Into Hurley's feet, but Pats win it back again, and Barry Bagley can stride forward the ball. Not for the first time in the game for Pats. McClelland. Apparently, Johnny has international clearance. He's just not there yet, essentially. Guys, if you've just tuned in, please subscribe to the channel and don't be afraid to comment. Turner's ball, locked the ball in, but I'm not really sure what Palmer could have done with that, to be honest with you. It's a difficult one. Quick throw. It definitely looks stronger, if you know what I mean. What's the word? Organisation-wise and physically difficult to play against than Waterford and Sligo, for sure. And possibly even Dundalk, Galway. Good ball. Jimmy Brown does well. Pulls it back to Palmer, but I think he was looking for Barry Bagley, and Palmer kind of got in the way. Aidan, I'm not surprised. I think 3 of those were against, 4 of those perhaps were against Drogheda United, incidentally, over the course of round as well. Definitely 3 against Drogheda United anyway. Bagley was actually free there, but yeah. Yeah, 2 of them were against Bows, so that's what does Aidan say there? Hold the record for most results, by the way. 8 scoreless games. 8 scoreless games. And I think 5 of them were Bows and Drogheda. I think 1 might have been Shells, perhaps. Surprisingly, none against Galway, by the way. I'm certain of that. Galway with a free kick and it slowed it right down. Evan Watts going long. I think Pats need to make changes, to be honest with you, in terms of finding a way through. Maybe get Forrester on, potentially, as I said, or definitely get 2 up top. Coming up to 60 minutes on the clock. I wonder if he's thinking 60 minutes won the golden times, isn't it? 60 and 75. Pats won't score many with Edmonton this season, so Carlisle. Hiya, pal. Who are you? Yeah, he looks like, do you know what? I said it earlier on the stream. He's a player that can lick up the play quite well, but he doesn't look like a player that can score many goals. I think once Keane and Mata are fit, they'll probably be in the team more. Here's McClelland. Does well, McClelland. Can he pick a ball out? No, he can't. Again, the tempo from Pat's fine, just struggling to break them down. It's a good ball, but Evanson can't get onto it. If you're just new here, guys, please hit that subscribe button. That would be fantastic. I don't know who this guy is. 2 goals. Not sure what that's about. Lennon. Pats look like they're making it, getting ready to make a change. Just call it there. I think someone's coming on. Probably Keane, I'd suspect. McClelland he's lost it though, into Turner, who amazingly was on the edge of the box there, receiving the ball from McClelland. But it is that Pats can push right up. I don't think there's a counter-attacking threat from Galway either. Galway are, I think, better than we expected. Yeah, absolutely. I think so, yeah. That was the thing where I had always had that caveat when I was talking about the Premier Division predictions start of the season, that they've made a number of signs. We're not really sure how good they're going to be, but they definitely, as you say, they look physically stronger, more disciplined than, say, Sligo and Waterford, and probably Dundalk as well. David, I don't know. Well, it's a year left in his contract, and I know he's starting a new coaching academy, if you like. So it could be the last year anyway. Yeah, could be his last year anyway. Corner kick for Pats. Lennon. To be honest with you, if Pats were to win this game and nick it 1-0, you'd have to say it's a very good result, the way Galway are set up. Lennon with the corner. Away by Williams again. Palmer on the edge of the area. Well defended by Parker. We had that chance earlier on, which was well saved by Joey Nang, by the way. Still no change for Pats, though. I wouldn't wait too long if I were them. Throw in for Pats. Lennon wants the ball. Aaron Bulger doesn't want to give it to him. Just tuned in, guys. Haven't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button. Turner lets the ball go out of play. Lost his focus. And the Galwegians have a throw-in their own half. I think there's a change being made now. Couple of changes for Pats, as I said. Aidan Keena on, Chris Forrester on. Twardek is coming on for Galway. I'm not too sure who the second player is. We'll find out in a minute. Twardek is coming on for Galway for sure. Edmondson gone off. Yeah, right decision. Although I probably would have wanted two up front and away. But they've gone with Keena up front. Mata is on, or sorry, Forrest is on for Palmer, who was on a yellow card as well. Galway, as I said, making two subs. Twardek is definitely coming on. I'm not sure who the other player is, if I'm honest with you. It's one of the new signs for sure. And McCarthy and Conor McCormick certainly aren't coming on, as they have their bibs on. Lamboto's gone off, by the way. Twardek coming. Now, Twardek could give them a counter-attacking option, by the way. Something I think they're lacking a little bit, to be honest. You still need to have that outlet, don't you? They haven't shown in the caption the actual subs for some reason. For Galway. But Matt Wolf, sorry, former Sligo Rovers has come on for Connor Barrett, and Twardek, as I said, came on there for Franz Lee Lamboto. Parma only played 60. Yeah, to be fair, right decision. It has to be done. I think with Palmer, he's one of them. Again, Shells Galway. Two big lad up front off from Brownie. Yeah. Both can't spell Twardek, yeah. And it's counter-attack. Yeah. Yeah, basically. They didn't have an outlet. At the moment, it's got 0-0 written all over it, I have to say. If I was Pats, though, now I don't know how fit Mata is, I still would have been tempted to go two up front. It just gives you a bit more. If you do get a cross or two into the box, you've suddenly two strikers as well. Galway are going to be pushed back anyway. I'd probably go two up front in that scenario. They may yet, but maybe too late. Watts plays it long. Looking for Parker out on this side. McClelland, though, wins it back for Pats. Forrester. All the way back to Bagley. Plays it across the field on the right towards Redmond, who comes forward and is acting like a midfield player at the moment, as most of the Pats centre halves are. Galway working extremely hard off the ball. You have to be so disciplined, though, as well. Levy, not in the second half as much, I would suggest. Picks it up here for Pats, plays a ball into the area, but away by Faccarini this time, not Williams. Lennon digs it out to McClelland. Can he get a cross in? Not many in the box, though. And I think that's what put him off. He kind of looked up, and I think he just saw Keena there and about 5 Galway players there and said, nah. Wonder the cough it's the first going inside forward if going to get not as defensive. I don't think so, John. I'll tell you why. Because he's playing further up, Forrester, basically. Lennon and Bagley are at the base. Good tackle on Levy. Levy moans, but it's a good tackle. And maybe there is a counter here, and it is Tardick on the left-hand side. Lennon comes across. And Tardick might win a throw-in. Want to see the game. I'm going to see the game. Up the pallets. How are you doing, pal? It's on LOI TV. Again, guys, if you've just tuned in, haven't hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Throw in for Galway to slow it right down. Bruder will take it, and he'll look for a long throw. Can they win the second ball, Galway? Williams gets up, comes down. Jimmy Brown gets it away for Pats. Only as far as Hurley. He tries to swing it back in. McClellan nods it down, and Forrester knocks it back to McClellan, who comes forward with the ball. And he wins a throw in McClellan. Gets Pats up the pitch. Two balls on the pitch, so Pat's trying to get rid of it quickly. Bagley with the throw in, or is he going to take it? No, he's going to leave it to McClelland, and Bagley will go back into his position. Bagley on the ball, back to Turner. Pat's come round again. And it does feel a bit like that. Pat's come round again. Joe Redmond. All a bit tight. Forrester to Bagley. Bagley to McClelland. More on the left from Pats this half. McClelland's ball in. Now, Keena did get there. It was an awkward one from the get there. He's claiming a corner. Didn't look like a corner. He did get there. It was an awkward one, though. To control. And the goalkeeper, or the referee's given a goal kick. Yeah, Pat's more attacking on the left in this half, I have to say, generally. But no joy. 67 minutes 0-0 at Richmond Park. Galway definitely not going short on their kickouts, by the way. Keena flicks it on, and the ball's out of play. Pat's win a throw in here. Jimmy Brown looking for movement. Doesn't quite see it, but so throws it all the way back to Joe Redmond. Pats will recycle it. Yeah, Tom, I would have had a second forward on the pitch. I think Pats have moved it quite quickly overall in the game. But I think they need a second centre forward on the pitch. Sometimes, like, the ball's gone to McClellan there in the last 10 minutes on the left, and he doesn't have many to pick out. Because if you know you have two or three in there, even two forwards in there, you'll just try and get it into an area, really, won't you? And then it's up to the forwards between them. I definitely would be looking to bring on a second striker. I don't know what Turner was in there, but he might pick up a booking here, Turner. There's a foul by Bagley, but Turner kind of tries to pull Wolf back, and that's exactly what's happened to Turner. Does pick up the yellow for trying to pull Wolf back, and Galway will have a free kick. Is that a sign of a little bit of frustration creeping in for Pats? Potentially. Lennon is down holding his, I'm not sure, but his leg, basically. And they say Barry Bagley got booked. I thought it was Turner, but it could be wrong. McClelland? It's really 27 or 28. Looks like Darren Nugent's coming on for Pats. Probably for Lennon. He picked up some sort of a knock there. Yeah, well, yeah, if you have Forrester coming in for the second ball, let's say. It looks like Lennon's gone off here, yeah. And he's walking off, but Nugent's coming on for Pats. Might just give them a bit more energy they need. If you've just tuned in, guys, subscribe to the channel. That'd be fantastic. Pats 0, Galway 0, and I'm not sure I'll be changing that on the screen, to be honest with you. Pats have moved the ball quite well at times and quickly, but they look like they're starting to run out of ideas, and that's what Galway do to you at times. Here's a chance for Twardick, though. Fell in the edge. Had to hit it very quickly, though, as it landed on his chest. But there's always that threat that Galway could nick one there. Sean Hoare's down now for Pats. Looks like holding his ankle, doesn't he? Yes, so 0-0 still. 20 minutes ago. Can either side nick a winner? Keena's done well here, but why is Keena? He's done well there, Keena. He's won it back again, but he was on the halfway line. And Keena will always shoot. That's the thing with Keena. And yes, sometimes it's a bit much, but you feel like Pats need something like that, don't you? Bit of something, individual brilliance or something to break the deadlock here. I don't know how fit Mata is, but it doesn't look like Pats are going to have two strikers on the pitch, unfortunately for them. Galway be delighted with the work rate, effort, discipline, cohesion of the team in this game. And, you know, if I was a Galway United fan now looking at the first 4 games, I'd be fairly confident at this point to say that there's worse teams in the league than us. Hoare, I think it's Hoare, is it? Yes, Hoare back to a 9. He really has been a spectator in the second half. Jimmy Brown looks up, tries to give and go. Comes all the way back, though, doesn't it, to Hoare, who just lobs the ball over the top. Although he picked out Jimmy Brown. I think, in fairness, I'm doing him a disservice. He was looking to pick out Jimmy Brown. Forrester, no space for Forrester, and there's no one really to recycle it to. Another ball into the box, straight into Evan Watts' hands. "73 minutes. Either side nick one. Here's Darren Nugent, runs the ball out play, and Galway win a throw in, and Parker will take it. Looking for options, or is he? Is he looking just to slow it down? Goes down the line, the end towards Twardick. Cleared. McClelland. Redmond. Nang has to get it away. No messing there, to be fair. Comes off Turner. I think Galway have another throw in here. I think it's off Turner, yeah. It's hard to see a goal, guys, at this point, isn't it? To be honest. Galway in last year's away kit, by the way. Goals to be worth for Galway. Potentially, they'd be hoping the Pirro will help them there. Potentially, yeah, but I don't know. They look more solid. Goals are a worry for Sligo at the moment, aren't they? But they don't look solid. Pats are making 2 subs here, and they are going to go 2 up front. 50 minutes to go. Matt has come on for Brown. Brown's only back from an injury. He was out for a few months for Kilmarnock, so the Friday and Monday. And Ronan Boyce is going to go on for Pats. I'd say for Sean Hoare, but I'm not sure. I would have put the 2 up top on earlier, to be honest. Irish boy says game absolutely shocking. Seem worse, to be fair. Mata made that foul. At least if you don't make it obvious. It was an obvious foul by Mata. An obvious foul. Yes, was Sean and live from the game. Live from the game, yeah. And it's live. They're making it so difficult though, Sean. Galway. Really, really difficult, I have to say. But I would have personally, do you know when Keena came on? I would have got Matt on at around that time and gone 2 up front at that point. Well, that's a foul and probably a yellow card, is it? No yellow card? Okay. Oh, he hasn't been given the foul. Throw in for Pats. Fair enough. Yeah, I think Pats are starting to run out of ideas now, though. I think at times, especially the first half, they pass around sharply and that create 1 or 2 openings. But I think they're running out of ideas a little bit now, aren't they? Saturday is staying at home. I couldn't make it there anyway. Good ball by Forrester, though. Mata, I'm not really sure what Mata's trying to do there. And Forrester's holding his hands up going, what is he trying to do there? I've no idea what Mata was looking for there. How are you, Daniel? Hearts of Chelsea was actually shocking. For that standard of football, it was shocking. Not sure what Mata was trying to do there. He'd Keena coming in and Forrester behind him coming in. But it's like he's trying to pick someone out in the far post, but there's no one there. Can Pat somehow grind it out? I think that's the order today from their point of view. Is this match going to end as a draw? I would say if you're putting money on it, yes. To be fair. Galway trying to come forward with the ball, and they do, and it's Dave. It's Chris Twardick, sorry, in left wing. Good tackle by Nugent. Probably a foul by Twardick there. I never understand why players foul in that position. Ronan Boyce is absolutely going nowhere there. Absolutely nowhere, Boyce. So he's not. And Twardick just gives Pats an easy out. McClelland. McClelland looks a bit tired if I'm honest with you. Turner, good ball, good switch to Ronan Boyce, who comes forward with the ball for Pats. Good ball inside, actually, to Mata. Good touch by Mata, but then loses it. Couple of poor decisions by Mata in the last 2 plays, I would say. He done well. The first touch was good. Turner inside to... Good turn by Keena. He's lining up, Keena, and look, he's looking to shoot. Forrester is he offside? Yeah, I thought he was offside. Every time Keena gets the ball, he looks to shoot, and I can understand the frustration with that. But in a game like this, go for it. Robert and Oliver's Pats very slow, play very slow. Yeah, I thought they played quickly, Sean, in the first half, Pats. They moved it quite quickly. In the first half. I think it was crying out to go 2 up front earlier, though, as well. As I said, they look like they've run out of ideas a little bit now, don't they? You know. If Galway get a point here, though. Oh, I don't know about that. Referee is giving a free for Galway. Mata, I don't know about that. What do you think, guys? Is that a free? Striker showing a bit of strength? I don't know. I think if the defender does that, it's not a free. I don't know. I'm not sure about that one. But anyway, happy to take a point, Alfie. I was just about to say before that piece there, if Galway come to Dublin and get a point in Tolkien and get a point in Richmond, yeah, happy days. But you never know. These games, they could nick it either. What happens is sometimes the home team, as I said, gets very frustrated and they get caught. That can happen either. Wouldn't surprise me. Twardick, Galway are coming forward as I speak. Matty Wolf, the former Sligo Rovers man, tries to turn, have a go. Here's Parker. He's done well. Gets out left to, not sure who that was coming in, but a Nang easy save. But it was an opening for Galway, to be fair. Am I a good bit behind the feed? The problem is if there's a goal. Let me have a look. Not sure how far I'm behind the feed. I've got 80 minutes here now on the clock. And Pats of the ball on the right to run on Boyce. I just have this weird feeling if anyone's going to score, it's going to be Galway, to be honest. Twardak, yeah, well, he's given them an outlet. He's given them an outlet, a bit of a counter-attacking option. They didn't have that, I thought. Turner, decent ball in. Comes out to Keena. Williams does well. Williams does well. I said it there maybe 20 minutes ago. If I had to pick a man in the match, at that point, it's Williams. That's still the case for me. He does well there. Matt like Keena's driving at them there. Yeah, super tackle. Clean. Super tackle and comes away with the football. Throw in for Galway. Long throw comes out to Feccarini. Does well to flick it back, to be fair. Twardak looking for the foul. Don't think it was, but he keeps it alive. Bulger out to Jimmy Keohane. Jimmy Keohane looking to take stand Turner up. Bulger will cross it in. Flick to the back. Good defending by Pats, to be fair. They had to defend there, and it did. Keane Levy, I forgot, was on the pitch in this half. Was pulled back, though. Was pulled back. And Pats have a free. Substitution. Galway United. Ed McCarthy's going to come on here. And who's the player going off on wonders? Ed McCarthy on. I think it's Jimmy Keohane. It's Jimmy Keohane who's gone off. Fresh legs for Galway, really, as well, I think. If you've just joined the stream and haven't subscribed to the channel, guys, please hit that subscribe button. That would be fantastic. Here's a chance for Keena. I understand they've been hitting the first time, because you think if it hits the target, it catches Watts out and it goes in, to be honest, into the corner. But could he have taken a touch? I wonder there. Maybe not, actually, looking at it again. He was getting closed down, to be fair. You have to give Galway credit for that there as well. Nah, he couldn't have taken a touch. He took a touch. The chance was gone. I think it would have been blocked. Evan Watts. Can either side pinch the 3 points? What a 3 points it would be for Galway if they got it now. And if Pat's got it, it'd be a real grind as well. Headed on. Mata can't get there because Bruder gets there. He's not far behind Williams in this game, I think. Forrester holding off. Not sure who that is there. It's Parker, actually. Galway on the counter attack. Good tackle, but they still have it. McClelland. Williams as well, though. Again, McClelland's nowhere to go, does he? Brilliant by Williams. Absolutely brilliant by Williams. McClelland didn't have the confidence to beat him at all, did he? Do you still think Galway will finish last? Probably not, Ben, being honest. And to be honest, most Galway fans I spoke to thought they would finish last, so I'm going to give myself a pass there. But it was always difficult to judge their new signings, and I think the new signings so far have done well. Some teams look weaker, in my opinion. They look softer. So they have that. Forest are down at the moment. Yeah. The last 20 minutes, yeah, they're feeling a bit, what's the word? The last 20 minutes in particular, I think it's been drab. I think Pats have ran out of ideas, to be honest with you. And that's what Galway do at times. As I said, they frustrate. And I thought Pats did move the ball well in the first half, but Kenny Tree's Pats think they've expected a proper chance. All right, Paul, how are you? Difficult to know. I don't know. I think they were blinded a bit last season by that run. I think the manager was blinded as well, so that made it difficult. Still think you're going to see a better working side this year. I don't think this game they say they lack effort, put it that way. Yeah, but Galway looking a bit more comfortable now. I feel like if anyone's going to nick it, it'll be them. Here comes Dave Hurley. Nugent away. Yeah, Pat's struggling now, I have to say, to be honest. Almost like they're accepting that they can't break them down. And headed back to Anang. Yeah, it feels like that, doesn't it? Pats have almost accepted they can't break them down. Keena looking for Mata. He's done well, Mata. He did well, actually, Mata. Keena Mata linked up well there. The problem was the difficult effort for Mata. He done well to really get the corner out of it. I think it was Mata, won the header, didn't he? Keena finds him with a pass, and good first touch by Mata and gets a good shot in, but it was a difficult angle that, he's never going to get to the far post. They're going to corner kick Pats. I couldn't make the game, Ben, to be honest. I couldn't get there in time. Williams again with the header clear, by the way. Magnet in there. Yeah, I couldn't make it in time, therefore I decided to do a watch along. Forrester gets it in again. This time it's a free out. Didn't really see a foul there. Galway got it away anyway, to be fair. But didn't really see a foul. Doesn't take much though for the give free kicks, doesn't it not? Against attacking players. Even Keith just back from Daddy Taxi. Yeah, indeed. Listen, John, during one goal, if I tried finding this area and touch, and they're going to the game. Watchalong's been good this season. And I enjoy doing them when I can do them. If I can't make it to a game for whatever reason, or working at a time that's difficult to get to a game, I'll do watchalongs. Some Saturdays, particularly when Sligo Rovers playing Saturdays. So it'll probably be more Sligo Rovers watchalongs than anyone else nearly. Ashley, how are you? Okay, do you see this finishing? Yeah. I think the last 20 or 30 minutes have been very drab and poor, I have to say. I think Pats have ran out of ideas. As I said, I think they've accepted that they're not going to score. Galway, so far, job done for them. I do think Pats moved quite well in the first half. I think they needed to bring on a second striker, maybe second striker in this game. I did suggest it on Friday after the Dundalk game that they might need to go 2 up front here. Galway looking fresher last 15. Yeah, I think it's more run out ideas, Tom. I honestly think Pats have kind of gone just run out of ideas. To be honest with you. Faccarini with the throw in. Comes out to Mata. Out to, I sound bored now, don't I, at this point? Keane Levy. Oh! What a strike from Keane Levy. He doesn't score many goals, Keane Levy, but what a bloody goal. Your feed's far behind. What a goal by Levy. Struck that. I said Pats will run out of these, and they had, but they got caught in the counter, Galway. Surprisingly getting caught in the counter. And Levy does very well. He doesn't score enough goals. There's not enough end product from Levy generally. But they've done well here. Matt has held it up brilliantly. Levy, McClellan sees Levy's run, just plays the ball through. Lovely finish. Lovely finish from Keane William. Fair play. Keane Levy. Fair play to Keane Levy there. Because I want to see him do well. Because he's got a great attitude and a great desire. 6 minutes of injury time, by the way. Not over yet. But what a finish by Keane Levy. Mata chests it down. I do genuinely think Pat should have started 2 up front, though. I'll say that. Does the keeper need to do better? Potentially, but he hits the first time into the corner, doesn't he? Which is key. It's key, isn't it? I think hitting the first time into the corner, it is key, though. I mean, I'd love if Keane Levy went on and proved me wrong, so to speak. But you can only go what you've seen so far, and there's still time for Galway to get an equaliser here. This would be a massive result if Pats were to win it. It'd be a real what we call grind out win. If they could win it. To be fair. But it's a brilliant finish by Levy. When it looked like the as I said, the game was going away from Pats in terms of a lack of belief that they were actually going to score, to be honest. The game's run away from them. But I genuinely believe they should have went 2 up front earlier in the game or started with 2 up front. I think it was crying out from that. As someone said, my feed is a bit behind here and it's starting to buffer a bit, but there's still time for Galway. I don't think 4-3-3 has worked well for Pats Ashley last season, I'll be honest. Pardon me. And they don't have many wingers. Elbazetti's injured as well. You have to bear in mind Simon Power. So I'm not sure on that, to be honest. My feed is having a nightmare here, by the way. Absolute nightmare. What minute are you on, guys? What is going on here? We seem to be having a mare with the feed. It's just completely frozen on me. I would like some commentary, please, if you don't mind. I'm gone here. I'm still giving your man, regardless of score here. Yeah, mine's gone, Gary. I'm still giving Williams man the match. I think Williams has been outstanding for Galway. He looks a physical presence with a bit of pace, doesn't he? I can't think, though, if you're a Galway fan, I can't remember. Is he on loan or signed? I can't remember. Is he on loan or signed? Williams. If you're a Galway fan, let me know. I can't remember, but not the first time I've seen him this season, to be honest, but extremely impressed with him tonight. Man the match for me. Man the match for me. Yeah, I think we're all gone here. Yeah, Williams man the match for me all day. From what I saw for Mob, but even the term should be done. Pats, I won't mind footing up Mob. They even get the wrong scores and everything. Yeah, it's gone, isn't it? I'm not the only one here. No, the Pats went 3 at the back with 2 wing backs. Yeah, it is frustrating, that, isn't it? The way it just goes down just like that. Is the game over? Not over yet. Not over yet. Not over yet. Are you serious, Aiden? Are you taking the mickey? I'll be stretched off in a minute if this thing doesn't come on. I don't think it's coming back on, is it, though? Yeah, it's not great though, is it? And then sometimes you get a situation where sometimes it's 10 minutes into a game and the feed starts working. Feed's behind anyway. Yeah, I got the goal notifications for Pats over. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before here. Before here. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anyway, I think the last 5 minutes have been unbelievable, to be fair. Getting medical attention. Any idea who it is, Aiden? I feel like Hexton Williams got a yellow just now. Game resumes. Any idea if the Pats player was who was getting attention? Virginia should host the Monday fixture as well. Yeah, it's probably pushing it a bit, but yeah. Galway kick out. That's happened a few times. I feel like this is a GA. I think the players that match formation will hit top 3 easily. Maybe. You got an equaliser notification before Pat scored opener. Galway attack. This is brilliant, isn't it? Enjoying this. Like and subscribe to the channel. I have to say though, I am delighted for Cian Levy because I have given him a good bit of flack, to be honest with you. A lot of flack. Scored that goal. Honestly delighted for him because the thing is you can't question his attitude and he works extremely hard though. Yeah, I won't say abuse. Abuse wouldn't be the word. Abuse wouldn't be the word. Bardic scores. 4 balls, man. Full time, is it? Abuse wouldn't be the word I would use, but he does play an awful lot with his head down and running into blind alleys and that. But I have to say, Friday was excellent and obviously scored the winner tonight. And fair play to him, was a very good goal. And it was a game that I thought was getting away from Pats in the last 20 minutes of running out of ideas. That's a big win. Galway are so difficult to break down. They grinded out that result. There was nothing wrong with the attitude or desire of the Pats players tonight, that's for sure. Galway were very good in their shape. You have to win games like that as well. You said that before. You can't play brilliant every week, but you know, for Pats at 6 points Friday and Monday, you know, tough game on Friday, but you know, 2 clean sheets. Yeah, just with tonight, I probably would have went with Matt and Keena from the start. I thought they linked up well at times when they both on the pitch. Yeah, Levy, absolutely. We've said it before, but I'm delighted that he scored an important winner. You know, but in the last 2 games, he seems to improve. Jimmy Brown has been barking at him a lot as well. Maybe Jimmy Brown be a massive help in that regard. Cap Huffo through. It's similar with Mulroney last year. Mulroney, I would say, Levy's attitude is much better than Mulroney's attitude, to be honest, though, I have to say. Matt, a game changer. He did, yeah, he made a difference. Come on, Dave. I would have went, I know I keep saying it, but I genuinely would have started 2 up front in this game. Now, to be fair, what was Matt's fitness like? He's probably nervous with Keane as well. I get it. But I think when he brought Keane and Forrester on, on 60-something minutes, I would have brought Keane and Matt on at that point. Mulroney, I don't expect him to do great. It is early doors. Yeah, he was. He was excellent against Dundalk, to be fair. But no, that's a big win. Look, it's hard to win any game in this league. We know Galway will be disappointed. If you're a Galway supporter, you might look at it and say to yourself, though, that we were very defensive. We played that game. We got caught. They might look at it that way as a fan and go, that's far too negative and we got caught. You know? But funnily enough, they got caught in a little bit of a counter. Levy wasn't looked after. Another clean sheet too. I kept doing fantastic round 9. Yeah, I think I've done Nang as my captain in fantasy football, so that's 2 clean sheets. Double game week, isn't it? Matt and Keane, I think he'll be careful with them. He wants to make sure he has them for the season. Probably not against Shells. I don't think so, but I think he starts one of them. I don't think Edmondson starts. Yeah, could you argue Galway were getting a bit too adventurous? Maybe. Don't know. Anang was solid. Honestly, he made a good save, Anang. The only chance Galway had in the game was Parker. It was a good save. That was a good chance. And if Galway go 1-0 up, Pats don't win that game. Whitehurst Friday night. Maybe not survive. So I think it's going to be a level game growing here. But yeah, I think do you know what I think has improved with Dawson Devoy for me? He's always been a good player on the ball. I think off the ball he's really improved. I think he's more aggressive as well. He's got a bit more aggressive. There's a bit more bite in him in terms of off the ball and tackling and that. And maybe he's just learning the game in terms of what to do off the ball as well. I just think he's more aggressive now. That's the big change for me with Dawson Devoy. That was some atmosphere on Friday. Really was some atmosphere. The best atmosphere I've seen the Jody for years. But gotta leave it there, guys. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. Really enjoyed that. Even though the last 20 minutes was poor. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for contributing with your comments. And we'll talk to you soon. There'll be Premier Division shows out and the First Division 1 show out probably on Wednesday. Keep an eye on those. Thanks again, guys, and we'll see you. Bye-bye.